Hi, JTemmel here. We're in one of our completed homes. This house is on the market right now. One thing I can tell you, if you hire me as your builder, it's going to be done right. Experience is extremely valuable in the home building business. There are too many guys out there that are building homes that really shouldn't be building homes. They got grandfathered in 2008 when the state of Georgia required licenses, and they don't understand phases of construction. They know how to hire subs, and I can tell you that I've had subcontractors many times try to tell me how they're going to do something because it's easier for them and it's not going to cost as much money, but it's wrong. And if you don't know each phase of construction, plumbing, electrical, HVAC, framing, everything, if you don't know all those phases, these subs can BS you. They can tell you that something's right, and if you don't understand it, you'll let them go ahead and do it. Just recently, I ran into a guy who is building a house, and I was walking around with him. He's a $1 million builder. He builds $1 million homes. And as we're walking around in the framing stage, he notices these long bolts. Kind of strange-headed bolts, but he looked at me and he said, "Boy, those are kind of weird looking. What are those for?" And I just fell back. I was like, "What do you mean, what are those for? Those, you got a quadruple LVL up there. Those bolts are to hold the four members together to make sure that it meets code. Because if you put LVLs together and they're not bolted properly, you're not going to get the proper structural engineering that they're designed for." So if he doesn't understand what those bolts are for and decides, "Oh, well, I don't know what those are," they're not going to go in. And so that LVL is not done properly. The question is, will the city or county inspector notice it? Maybe, maybe not. But those are the kind of things that I see, and I know what needs to be done to make sure we go into the next phase and you're not going to have problems down the road. One thing I pride myself in is the team that I have built to build these homes. Framers, well-seasoned, electrician, plumber. I got a phenomenal tile man. I've got a great team. I did bring a roofer on recently, and he was one of those subs that would try to pull the wool over you and tell you how to do things, and when in reality was wrong. Tried to explain to me that a type of metal roof that he put on could only be done in copper, but it couldn't be done in galvanized steel, which I knew right then was total BS. We had words about it, and I canned the guy. So everybody that works for me knows what they're doing. They're qualified, and I watch as the process goes to make sure, just in case, that everything's right. One thing I pride myself in is attention to detail. When this house goes into drywall, and after the drywall's finished, we go into trim, the house is primed out, and at that point, I do a very detailed drywall inspection myself. Now, the drywall contractor, too, sends a crew in, and they take lights, and they do it as well, but 2 eyes on a job are better than one. After the drywall skimming is completed, we go into the paint, and basically every detail is followed and watched. I mean, you look at the detail in the beams, these are cosmetic, and the detail in the cabinetry, the trim work, just everything is done very well. And when you move in, the nice thing is, you move in with your family, not with the subcontractors who are in here trying to finish up because they're not done with everything. The house is going to be finished. It's going to be ready to go so that you can put your furniture in and not have to worry about something to fix a wall down the road. I can tell you of the 14 homes that I've built in the last 3 years, at the 1-year drywall, we give you a 1-year drywall because cracks do occur, nail pops happen. Of the 14, 6 of those homes, I went in and patched 5 or 6 nail pops, and that was it. Sent the painter and touched them up, and in 1 year. So that's the sign that the house was built properly. That's the sign that you're in a home that you don't have to worry about.